All right, let's take you to the Eastern Cape now. 4 prisoners are still on the run following an escape from the Makhanda Prison in Makhanda. They are among 7 escapees who fled through a cell window 3 weeks ago. The men are believed to have used a hacksaw blade to cut the steel bars. 3 of them were arrested shortly after the escape. eNCA's Ronald Masinda joins us now with the latest. Ronald, my understanding is that you are with the Provincial Commissioner. I wonder if they have a report on their internal investigation on whether or not this was, an inside job.
Good afternoon, Masakha. Well, yes, so many questions with regards to that particular escape at the Makhanda Prison. 4 fugitives are still at large, with the whereabouts still not known as of yet. Correctional Services says next week a preliminary report will be released. This will try and determine as to how these prisoners got away. But, as you rightly mentioned, I do have the Provincial Police Commissioner, just perhaps to touch on that and other topics in and around the Eastern Cape. Thank you so much for your time, Provincial Commissioner. Let's start off with the issue in Makhanda. What is the latest in terms of the 4 escapees?
Thank you for having me, and greetings to the viewers at home. The issue at Makhanda is that we were informed that 7 prisoners escaped from the prison. And then the province have selected a team, a search team, that is consisting of an officer from the police service and also officers from the Department of Correctional Services. A search ensued, and thereafter, one of them, the first one, was noticed somewhere in 7 Fountain, where the community reported that there is this person, and the police were alerted, and he was rearrested. The second one was arrested by the search team while hiking on the N2 between Grahamstown and King Williamstown, and he was rearrested. I can confirm that we still have 5 that is out there, and the team is currently following information to where they are. All of them are now busy on the ground searching for the 5.
Okay. Actual amount is 4, but in terms of what is taking place, is this out of the Eastern Cape Police's hands? Because what we've also been told is, especially the first one, a first rearrested prisoner was found in Bloemfontein. Do we know at this stage if the other 4 are still within the province?
Well, after following up the information that we received that the first one was arrested in Bloemfontein, I was told that it is not correct. It was not the right person. So instead of having 3 rearrested, we only have 2 that are rearrested. The 5 is still outstanding. We're still looking for them.
Okay, so you're officially confirming that only 2 have been rearrested?
That's correct. Only 2 have been rearrested.
Oh, okay. So in terms of what is taking place, Provincial Commissioner, it's been 3 weeks now since those prisoners escaped. Are we losing hope?
No, we are not losing hope, because as I've said earlier on, we are following up on information. We have all our foot soldiers out there in the leadership of this officer from the stock theft, specifically focusing on rhino poaching. So he knows who he is looking for. He knows the suspects, because remember, the suspects were awaiting trial prisoners that are not yet sentenced. So he is part of the team looking for them. So we have not yet lost hope.
And just in closing, in this particular issue with regards to the escapees, are you investigating anyone from Correctional Services? Because there are rumors that these prisoners may not have acted alone.
Well, that is in the hands of the Department of Correctional Services, and as soon as they finalize their own investigation, remember they must conduct an investigation, and out of the outcome that will be given to us as the SA Police Service, we can then be able to say we are taking it further in which direction. So we'll be directed by the outcome of the investigation by the Department of Correctional Services.
All right. Okay. Just in changing topic, today you are honoring about 98 police officers, if I stand to be corrected. What is today all about, and what is the importance of honoring those who are in the line of duty, especially in a province where crime is rising increasingly?
Well, the conferring of the ranks that we're doing today is actually the promotion of the members and officers who were taken through the panels, it is a way of closing the vacancies, because remember we had vacancies in command positions. So the province is trying to close, or is rather closing the gaps in terms of command, so that we can be able to address the crime in the province and have a proper command and control at all our police stations in the province.
What is the challenges then in fighting crime at this particular province?
Well, fighting crime is, according to my understanding, a two-way approach. It is policing. Policing, therefore, depends on the communities and also the police as the SAPS. So currently we have a situation, I must confirm that we do have close cooperation with our communities in the province, and therefore we are experiencing good relations. But then we are having a challenge with our crime generators. Crime generators being the drugs. There's a lot of drugs in circulations within our communities. There is a lot of firearms that are a big challenge within our community. So those are the most crime generators within the province.
And just lastly, we've seen quite a spike in mass shootings in the province, which is also something fairly new. I mean, according to a lot of residents that we spoke to. Why do you think we are seeing so many people being gunned down on any given night?
Well, when we follow up with our investigation, we have established that these people are sometimes a grouping that has been committing crime together in a group. And then when there's misunderstandings amongst them in terms of sometimes dividing their monies that they acquired from their unlawful activities, then the fight starts. Then they eliminate one another. So that is the current situation in the province. It is growing, actually. It is in all districts, in most districts. We saw it in the Nelson Mandela Bay, where it happened in Utnik, and the other day also one incident again in the Nelson Mandela Bay, and also in the Buffalo City Metro, and also in our Tambo. Those are the three districts where these incidents are happening.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. That was the Provincial Police Commissioner, Nomthetho Limene. And she's just confirmed with us, Masego, that not 3, but only 2 of those prisoners have been rearrested. The first one mistakenly arrested. So that in itself means that the plot really thickens on this saga. And we are still waiting to find out as to whether or not those who escaped the Makhanda prison will be rearrested.